In this video, we are going to talk about logarithmic functions and how they relate to exponential functions. So since all functions are one-to-one and have inverse functions, when we have an exponential function that's y equals b to the x, where b is always greater than 0 and never equals 1, it will have an inverse. The inverse of an exponential function is a logarithmic function. So a logarithmic function looks like this. Y equals the log with the base b x. We read it as y is log base b of x, and is defined by y equals log base b of x if and only if x is equal to b to the y. So first we're just going to practice kind of converting between exponential and logarithmic form. So if I have this exponential form and I want to convert it to logarithmic form, I'm going to look at this conversion that I have right here. So my base, which is 4, is going to become the base of my log. So I'm going to have log base 4. My power is going to become what my equation is equal to. And then my x is the a. So this would change into log base 4 of a is equal to 3. Same idea with this. My b is my base, so log base b is equal to 3. So log base b of 27 is equal to 3. So again, my base is e in this case, so log of e is equal to x. So log base e of 1 is equal to x. Now we're going to write it the other way. So now if I have 4 equals log base 3 of x, that means I'm going to have 3 to the 4th power equals x, because it's going to be b to the y equals x. Well, this is b, this is y, and this is x. So my base is 5, my exponent is x, and it's going to equal 125. My base is x to the negative 1 would equal 1/6. All right, in this next section, we're going to evaluate these logarithms without a calculator. So again, we're going to use our exponential form. So if my base is 2, I'm going to call this x for now. So I'm going to say 2 to the x would equal 64. So that means 2 to the 6th power would equal 64. So that means x would equal 6. Again, this will be my unknowns. We're going to call this x. So it's going to be 8 to the x would equal 1. Well, anything, if it's equal to 1, the power has to be 0. My base is 5, so 5 to the unknown is equal to 125, or 1 over 125. So if it's going to become a fraction, I know that my x is going to have to be negative. So if I think about 5 to the 3rd power would give me 125, 5 to the negative 3rd power would give me 1 over 125. 81 to the unknown would equal 9. So again, if I want this to go down to 9, I would need to take the square root. So remember that our square root is the same as a 1/2 power. So if I wanted to take the square root of 81, that would be the same as 81 to the 1/2 power, which would equal 9. So my x is going to equal 1/2. Another way we could have thought about this one is 81 is the same as 9 squared. And so 9 squared to the x would have to equal 9 to the 1st. So 2x would have to equal 1. So x would have to equal 1/2. Which is what I'm going to use to help me with this one. So I have the square root of 2 to some power would equal 8. So again, this is the same as 2 to the 1/2 power, and it's going to equal 8. But I'm going to change 8 to be the same base, so 2 to the 3rd power. So essentially, since my bases are the same, I can say, okay, 1/2 x equals 3. Well, that means x would equal 6. We're going to use a similar idea with this one. So I'm going to have 8 to some power would equal 32. I'm going to change these both to be down to the 2nd power, or the 2nd base. So 8 is 2 to the third power, so 8x would be 2 to the 3x, and 32 is 2 to the fifth power. So that means 3x would equal 5, so that means x would have to equal 5/3. All right, down here I have a base of 3, so 3 to some power would equal -3. Well, that's not possible, so this one has no solution. Because remember, 3 to the -1 is 1/3, not -3. So this one's not possible. All right, common logs are anything with base 10. So there's no base here, as you notice. So really this is log base 10 of 1,000. So I'm looking for a 10 to what power would be 1,000, and it's going to be 3. Same here, so log base 10 to the square root of 10. So 10 to what power would give me the square root of 10? Well, the square root of 10 is the same as 10 to the 1/2 power, so that means x would equal 1/2. Similarly, log base 10, so 10 to some power would equal the 4th root of 100. So this is the same as 10 to the x power. Well, this is the same as, well, 100 is the same as 10 squared. The 4th root is the same as a 1/4 power. With a power to a power, we multiply these together, so 2 times 1/4 would be 1/2. So that means x would equal 1/2 for this one as well. And our last one, this one's a little trickier. So I want to simplify the fraction first. So I really have 10 to the 1/2 power over 10 squared, because anything that's a square root is a fractional exponent, and then 10 squared is the same as 100. So remember with exponents, we're going to subtract our exponents when we divide. So I'm going to do 1/2 minus 2, and so I'm going to get -3/2. So now I have log base 10 so 10 to some power would equal 10 to the -3/2. Well, so x is going to be -3/2. Because 2. All right, let's talk a little bit about natural log. So natural log is ln, and when we have natural log, we have to remember that the natural log of e is equal to 1. And when we have the natural log of e to some power, it's always going to equal that power. So for example, natural log of e is equal to 1. Natural log of e to some power is going to equal this power. Natural log to a power is going to equal the power. All right, so since an exponential function and a log are inverses of each other, that means if you do the composition, they would equal x. So what this tells us is that if I have the log base b and the same base to the x power, my answer is just going to be x. Or same idea, if I have a big B with a log base b of x, it's still going to equal x. So I have e to the ln. So this is going to be the same as 3. I have 4 to the log of 4, so this answer is just 7. I have log base 10, so again this is log base 10 of 10 to 27x, so this is still going to be 27x. All right, using our calculator, we are going to evaluate these. So if you have a TI calculator, you are going to use your log button, which is on the left side of your calculator, about halfway down right next to your 7 key. It literally says log. And you can use this for anything that's base 10 or also called common log. So if I hit that log button, it'll ask me what I want to type in. I'm going to type 250 in my parentheses. And it says round to 3 decimal places, so 2.39, well it says 79, so it's going to become 8. Now the natural log button is actually right below the log button. It says ln. So I'm going to push that button and push 10, type in 10, and I'm going to get 2.3025, so it's going to become 0.3. Now this one is a little bit trickier. To get to the one where you can change it to not a base 10 to a base 6, you're going to want to go to your math button, and this only works on a TI-84. So math button, then you're going to go all the way to the bottom where it says option A, and it says log base with a parenthesis. And then you're going to see something where it says log, and then it has a little box here for the base and a box here for the log. So you're going to type in 6, and then you're going to type in 75. And we're going to get 2.4, and it's going to be 096. So I'm just going to change that to 2.410. If you do not have a TI-84, then we're going to use something called our change of base formula. And so what you're going to do is you're going to do the common log, so log base 10 of 75 over log base 10 of 6. So again, the common log is the one you used in 18. So you would do log of 75 divided by log of 6, and that would also give you that same answer. This is our change of base formula. We're going to learn this next section, but it will work for number 20 as well. All right, this last one they want us to solve now is some logarithmic equations. So I'm going to rewrite these as exponential equations. So again, I have 4 to the third power would equal x. So that means x would equal 64. Base, so 3 to the x power would equal 1/3. So that means x would equal -1. X to the 2 power would equal 25. So that means x equals 5. It could also equal -5, but we don't have negative values for our base. So I'm going to have 6 to the x power would equal the cubed root of 36. All right, so I'm going to have 6 to the x power would equal, well, 36 is the same as 6 squared. And then 6 squared cubed root would be 6 to the 2/3. So that means x would equal 2/3. And so I'm going to have x to the 3/5 power would equal 8. So I'm going to think about 8 as 2 to the 3rd power. And so if I wanted x to equal 2 to the 3rd power, I'd want to get rid of the 5. So that means x would have to equal 2 to the 5th power, which would be 32, to make that work. 2 to the 5th power to the 3/5 power, well, 5 times 3/5 would just be 2 to the 3rd, which would be 8. So that's why that works.